Arrowfield Stud has built a consistent reputation for being the leading vendor at the Inglis Australian Easter Yearling sale and also producing racetrack champions such as the Autumn Sun and Golden Slipper winner Esther Jarb and many, many more. Let's see a selection of the Arrowfield draft for Inglis Easter 2020. Paul, Arrowfield Stud and the Inglis Easter Yearling sale go hand in hand. I mean, you have a remarkable record as leading vendor. And, you know, when you look back, even just the last 5 years or so to 2013 Easter, since then, 13 Group 1 winners, 54 stakes races collectively those graduates have won and 5 absolute champions. I mean, you know, it's just a wonderful, wonderful record. I'm sure is set to continue this year. Yeah,
we've had a phenomenal 5 years here at Arrowfield, testament to the staff and all the hard work that we put in along the road, and it's been fantastic. The results of our graduates have been phenomenal, as I said, and we're just delighted to be producing another, I think, great bunch this year for the customers.
And of course, you know, it's gone from Danehill, your fabulous, you know, late Redoubt's Choice, of course, also King of the Sales Ring and Sire of Champions. And then his sire's son, Snitzel, the triple Australian champion sire. I mean, there are 23 Snitzels this year, and he is the gun Group 1 producing sire in Australia.
Absolutely, and if you want a horse that's going to win a big race, you buy a Snitzel. We're talking Everest, Golden Slippers, you name it, he's won all the big ones. So it's pretty exciting, and there's a lovely bunch. I think we've got 23 in total. Snitzel's going to the sale, and you could probably close your eyes and throw a dart at them, and maybe, you know, you could have 5 shots and not beat the best one. So there's a lot of lovely horses there.
Yeah, and we looked at him again today. I haven't actually filmed him for some time now here at Arrowfield, and he just is in peak condition. I mean, he's not a young fella. He's by no means an old stallion, but he just stays looking exactly the same.
I'd agree with that. He defies age. He looks. I wish I looked as well as he did. He doesn't seem to take any harm from the years and the work that he's done. It's not a bad job, but he's certainly faring much better than most.
Well, the first of the yearlings we're going to look at here at Arrowfield for Inglis Easter 2020, 107 Done Deal from Never Fade. This colt is from a Dan Silly mare, so it's quite an international sort of family, and we know your sire Done Deal by High Chaparral is absolutely flying, Super Seth, Castelvecchio, etc. He's very Done Deal, isn't he, this fellow?
Exactly, he's exactly what he is. He's a middle distance type looking horse, but as we've seen with Castelvecchio and a few of these others, they can certainly run early at 2, and this horse I think is precocious enough to do that. I don't know if you've been watching any of Steve Irwin's posts, but yes. You might have seen this as one of his favourite movers out in the paddock. A really lovely individual. Well,
the second colt is by Snitzel, your triple champion Australian sire from Fly Day, the brother to Sweet Idea, we know won the Galaxy. Showtime, of course, who's standing here at Arrowfield Stud. He's just gorgeous. He's got that stallion's head already, that broad sort of forehead, a really handsome boy, and he's really solid and quite a forward sort of colt.
Yeah, this is one of those really imposing colts that I don't think any judges will miss. He's obviously got the pedigree and he's got such a physical presence about him. I think he's going to be one of the showstoppers certainly at the sale.
Yeah, a lot of responsibility to get these horses there. I mean, your team do a great job with these colts year after year to get them looking fantastic.
Yeah, Steve, Jacob, Jenna, all the team there do a magnificent job, and the pressure's on, I guess, right from the beginning when these horses are born, and it's I guess the yearling team have the job of sharpening them at the end of the preparation, but it's a whole team event, so everyone does their part, I should say, into preparing these horses right through. So no, we're very grateful for all they do, but it is a big responsibility, and these are big ticket items, and people have entrusted us to have them ready for the sales and produce them as best we can, and we're proud to say that we do that very well.
Lot 106 by your late champion Redoubt's Choice, and this colt from Negotiators, a 3/4 brother to Secret Agenda and to the good 2-year-old this season, Stella Pauline, second dam Euphoria, so fantastic page all over. A November foal still has a bit of furnishing to do, but just that fabulous walk.
Absolutely, and a really powerful colt. Although he is a later foal, I think he's definitely a 2-year-old type, and he's got the strength in all the right areas that you look for, particularly when you're looking for a young athletic horse, so I'm sure this one will tick plenty of boxes with the buyers.
Lot 67 by another star sire here at Arrowfield Stud, not a single doubt, from Miss Dodwell. So that, of course, makes this colt the full brother to the dual Group 1 winner in Canedna, a 3/4 brother to Spill the Beans, who is a multiple Group winner and now at Stud too. He's a strong, speedy sort of fellow, but he's flashy, but he's got a lot of substance there.
Yeah, this pedigree's really jumped out of the ground around in the last couple of years, and obviously showed the class through Cadena, and this horse has plenty of class. So although he is a little bit flashy, as you mentioned, he's got a lot to him, a lot of substance, and I think he's a colt that's going to go a long way.
Lot 263 by Morris from Vidama. You know, so much has gone into promoting Morris, you know, from Arrowfield Stud, of course, Katsumi Yoshida. We know he was an absolute champion in Japan, had that huge send-off when he finished racing. And the dam of this colt's by Dan Silly from an Aga Khan family, another one of your great partners. This fellow's so like his sire, isn't he?
Yes, he is. He's certainly an eye-catching type, this individual. We actually had a phone call from Japan this week to tell us how well the Morrises are doing. Dr. Sonoda, who called from the stallion station, said, Katsumi, make mistake, didn't send enough mares. He probably sent 100, but now wants to send 200. So we know that the Cox Plate winner, Lee Gracheur, is now heading towards Morris over there, so they're sending a lot of their best mares to him. So that gives us a lot of confidence that what they're seeing in the training centres over there, of which they have a lot of horses, they're really standing up to what's been put in front of them.
Lot 78 by Shalar, again a first season sire here at Arrowfield by Invincible Spirit. This filly's from Miss Sharapova. Now her sire Shalar, I'd have to say, is probably the best first season sire as far as selling, as far as the sales have gone so far this year. The dam was a group performer. This is the half sister to Pretty Fast, and also more importantly the update with Doubtland, the $1.1 million Inglis Easter yearling who won at Randwick on debut.
Yeah, he was super impressive, and obviously a stallion prospect himself. So when you're looking at buying this filly for potential owners, there's broodmare aspirations down the track. There's also, you know, a close relationship that's going to be working for you. So there's a lot to like about this filly. It's a great individual. The mare's thrown some lovely types, and that's testament to obviously the prices that those horses have received over the last couple of years. And this filly's by Shalar, you know, the champion sprinter of Europe, and a horse that the market really loves. I think obviously on the back of I'm Invincible, similar bloodlines and a similar profile, I think the marketplace is pretty confident that he's going to be a horse that's going to make it down here.
Finally here at Arrowfield, lot 387, Snitzel from Colorado Clare. This filly is a three-quarter sister to Gunnison. The family just is constantly updating. She's just a beauty, isn't she? She floats along, has a fabulous quality physique and that marvellous action.
Yeah, I think you've summed that up really well there, Caroline. She's all of what you said, and the family just keeps going on. It's a fantastic taproot European family, and it just keeps producing winners and stakes winners right through. So we're delighted to present this horse on behalf of David Paradise, one of our clients, who's the owner of this, and hopefully we can get a great result for him.
A great expectation, I guess, around this draft for your clients and, of course, for Arrowfield and everyone connected with the farm. You know, how do you see this draft going at Easter? I mean, I'm sure there'll be some absolute champions coming out of it again. You've had so many in recent years in particular, but how would you kind of sum up this draft?
Oh, I think it's one of the better drafts we've put together. It's one of those situations whereby if I gave you 15 picks, you might not pick the best horse. You know, there's so many nice horses there with big pedigrees and so much potential for the future. There's a few environmental factors, I should say outside factors, that might influence the sale. Obviously we're dealing with these, the virus and all these other issues that may impact the sale, but on a horse-for-horse case, I think we'd be doing very well.